All right, so get this. Styxhexenhammer666 arrested for domestic battery. You know it's going to be wild when even Kiwi Farms is freaking out and they've seen some stuff.
No kidding. We're talking about a forum that practically invented internet drama.
Right.
Wait,
So for everyone listening to this deep dive, we are going to try to unpack this whole Styxhexenhammer666 situation, the arrest, and everything that happened on Kiwi Farms.
it's crazy because it's like you're seeing the underbelly of what it means to be internet famous, the good, the bad, and the just plain bizarre.
Okay, so let's back up for a second. Styxhexenhammer666, his real name is Tarl Warwick. He makes occult videos, right? Spells and rituals and all that.
Yeah, but he also has this kind of chaotic energy. Like, remember that whole thing on Pixel Planet, that website where you basically just like wage war on other users for territory?
Yeah, vaguely.
Well, Styx basically became their Alexander the Great, just conquering this huge chunk of the map and then making everyone use his color scheme. Some people think that's why the website died, actually.
Wow. Talk about punching above your weight. Well, digitally, at least. So we've got this guy who's a little chaotic, into the occult, and he's commanding armies of pixel warriors. What could go wrong, right?
Right. Well, then you add in the accusations of plagiarizing other people's work, mostly just taking public domain occult books and putting his name on them. And then there's this whole whirlwind romance with this woman, Samantha, and, well,
And that brings us to now.
exactly.
So the Kiwi Farms people, they don't miss a thing. The arrest happens on October 2nd, domestic battery charges. Someone with the interesting username Butt Pouncer posts the news, a screenshot from some local news website.
And everyone loses their minds.
I bet. This is like their Super Bowl, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And remember, Styx was posting about going to visit Samantha in her hometown. Well, everyone put two and two together pretty quickly.
Here's the thing that I don't get, though. It's not all just shock and outrage. It's like there's this sense of, I don't know, like they knew this was going to happen all along and now they feel vindicated or something.
Yeah. One user even predicted the relationship wouldn't last.
Yeah.
Said it was a recipe for disaster because of Styx's past relationships.
Which, let's be real, is kind of messed up, right? Like, maybe this guy has had some trouble in his past relationships, but should we really be happy about someone else's misfortune?
It's a good example of how Kiwi Farms is always kind of walking this line between, like, commentary and something much more, well, something that's not okay. But it also shows how much these parasocial relationships can affect people.
Right, because it's not like they're just watching this all from a distance. They've been following Styx's career, his relationships, his whole life, basically, since it's all online. Like, they feel like they know him.
Exactly. And that makes them feel invested, like they're part of his life, even though they really aren't. So when something like this happens, it's not just gossip, it feels personal to them,
And then to top it all off, Quarter Pounder bails Styx out.
which obviously caused even more drama on Kiwi Farms.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, people were debating if he was a good friend for being there for Styx or if he was just enabling his behavior. It got pretty heated.
No, this is where it gets really interesting to me. It's not just about one guy's arrest anymore, right? Like, now we're talking about responsibility, friendship, all that stuff. Plus, like, what does it even mean to be an online celebrity? It's like a crash course in how the internet can be this weird ethical minefield.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then Quarter Pounder streamed the whole bail process.
yeah. Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, which obviously got people talking even more. Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Wow. So we're not just trying to understand what happened with this arrest. We're also seeing how people with online fame deal with real-world consequences. And of course, Kiwi Farms is right there watching and judging every move. So Quarter Pounder bails Styx out, which starts this whole other debate about enabling bad behavior online. And we all know the Kiwi Farms crowd are not going to stay quiet about that.
Oh, definitely not. They basically become armchair psychologists trying to figure Styx out.
Mm-hmm.
One comment that I thought really summed it up was, this arrest just proves what we all knew already. Drunk, pervert, junkie, womanizer.
Yikes. But I mean, knowing how Styx acts online, I guess it's not that surprising they would say that.
And that's when people started comparing him to Gwar, which, just in case anyone doesn't know, is that band with super outrageous stage shows, lots of violence and crazy stuff.
Right, right. I can kind of see it, though. It's definitely a weird comparison.
Totally. But for the people on Kiwi Farms, it makes sense. I mean, Styx is really into the occult, all that dark and mysterious stuff.
Yeah.
It all just feeds into this persona he's created, one that's kind of all about pushing the limits, you know?
So instead of being shocking, this arrest is almost like expected.
Exactly. Plus, this being Kiwi Farms, you know they can't resist making jokes about the whole thing. Like, there were people saying even a powerful wizard like Styx can't escape the law.
Yeah, especially ironic, since he always said he would never use the Fediverse because he didn't trust it, and now look.
It's like that saying, live by the internet, die by the internet.
Kiwi Farm's poetic justice. But it's more than just Styx messing up, right?
Yeah,
This brings up questions about how we deal with internet celebrities in general.
for sure. We're the ones who give them a platform, who make them famous by being interested in their lives.
Mhm.
And then we act all surprised when they don't live up to this perfect image we have of them in our heads.
Makes you wonder how often stuff like this happens offline and we just never hear about it. Like how many seemingly perfect lives online are just one bad decision away from falling apart.
It's kind of scary when you think about it like that. All these digital lives we're so obsessed with and the potential consequences that come with them.
So yeah, next time you're scrolling through your feeds, remember there are real people behind those accounts, and sometimes those carefully crafted personas crack. And when that happens, well, that's when things get really interesting, isn't it?
Definitely keeps things interesting.
And that's it for our deep dive on the Styxhexenhammer666 situation and the Kiwi Farms reactions. Thanks for listening.